Hi, the date is the 1st of August, 2026, and I have been making small improvements in my life that I'm hoping will one day add up and make a big difference. And I want to talk a little bit about what those small improvements are and a little bit about not going too hard on yourself, because when you're making the decision to improve your life and maybe you have an idea of how you want your life to be, you can look at your life and say, you know, it's so far away. And the only way to get there is, 1% improvements, but then you can understand that and still try to improve everything all at once and then get burnt out super quickly. So I was kind of in this mindset the other day when I have made the decision to fix my life and started taking the actions towards that, but I shame myself for not getting enough sleep when I should be proud of myself for not taking any substances or watching any adult content, which would be my normal thing. But now that I am taking the steps to improve my life and fix my life, even though I didn't get a good sleep, there's still progress there. And I think you just have to get rid of the shame and take the progress. Another thing that really helps is cold water swims and cold water showers. I had one of those the other day, and that was like, it genuinely just improves your mood, and especially it's good when it improves your mood enough to help you make better other decisions. I also stopped smoking. I don't think I could have stopped smoking, not taken any substances, and stopped watching adult content all in that afternoon if I had not gone for that cold water swim. And sometimes you can be very algorithmic about things and say, I'm not going to force myself to stop this all at once, or I'm not going to force myself to go for a cold water swim. I'm just going to, dip my toes in over time. But sometimes, discipline and willpower is a tool. Sometimes it's good to just use that and use as much as you can and understand that, you just got to jump in. And once you kind of do that, and once you live that, once you actually jump into the cold water, it helps you, it trains your mind. And I talked about how I want to discipline my mind, and that is the first step. So yeah, I also want to talk about, the little things I've been doing, because I usually make videos when I have big realizations or big changes in my life, but the true thing that builds my life is the small things. So it's a small thing. It's not even worth making a video about, going for a cold water swim in winter at the beach. It's not even worth it's like a sentence, but it had made such a big impact that it made me realize that it's all the small things built up that makes the change. And I want to talk about some more of the small things that I'm doing. So in kind of carrying on from that, I'm hoping to consistently get up early. Not fix my sleep schedule, but consistently get up early, and to the point where getting out of bed is an action I just take without even thinking. Because a good test to see if your external action is in balance with your internal world is, say to yourself, right the second I wake up, I'm gonna jump out of bed. Like right the second you wake up, and then try to do it. When I was a kid, when I was more balanced, I could do that. I had the ability to just get out of bed as I woke up. Now, I genuinely, my first reaction to waking up is in my head. I don't want to get up, or I've got so much to do today, or what's the plan for today? Even if it's something productive, like I think, I want to go to the gym today, but that's not balanced. And then once I start thinking, I don't stop, and it ends up rolling over my entire day. So another way to counteract that that's really worked for me is taking cold showers, because I hate it and it's uncomfortable. But the small action of grabbing onto the lever and turning it left as fast as I can, just trying not to even think about it, doing an action without even thinking can reinforce that habit of it and start moving you towards a more balanced space. And so the little things of just taking those actions is what I'm focusing on right now, and hoping that it can compound into me being able to take big actions and do a little bit of thinking where I have that balance and make big changes in my life. But yeah, so, it's not a very profound video. It's not a very, this changed my life, but it's the small things that I'm doing that are working for me to build the life I want to build. So thanks for watching. That's the end of the video.